We're going to talk briefly about conditional statements. Conditional statements come in two parts. The first part is called a hypothesis, the second part is called a conclusion. And you'll probably see a lot of these in science. One that we use quite often is called the if-then statement. The hypothesis is the part that comes with the if, and the conclusion comes with the then. An example of a conditional statement is if A is a positive number, then the absolute value of A is equal to A. Now our if-then statements can either be true or they can be false. The statement is true if the conclusion is always true when the hypothesis is satisfied. In this case, we've already said that A is a positive, so the absolute value being a distance from zero always coming out as a positive number, because our distances are positive, will always be true. Now our if-then statement can be false if we can find just one example that proves the conclusion is false. And our one example we're going to talk about here is called a counterexample. And we've got one here, and our hypothesis says a number is a rational number, and the conclusion is that the number is an integer. So we're assuming that since the number is rational, that it must be an integer. One quick and easy example here would be, or counterexample, would be using the a, let's call it a, or variable a, is equal to 0.5. Well, 0.5 is defined as a rational number. However, since it is a decimal, it is not considered an integer. And all we need is one example. You don't need multiple examples to prove the hypothesis to be false.